Hello, everybody. This is Per, aka Mr. Dialot,
And Magnus, aka Argol.
we're going to play a new game, our latest game that we recorded a while back. This time it's the Demon Incursion versus Iron Warriors. So chaos without demons at all against demons. So the demons are a quite peculiar list because you have like these cultist formations with warp altars, which are basically portals, and then you have also a main objective that is also a portal. And on top of this, you have demon formations, which can get in either through the portals or they can teleport directly onto the battlefield.
At least some of them can. The
Exactly.
exalted greater demons, which I have two of in this army.
Two of, yes. And these are also the BTS in the list. So both of them collectively, they're two separate formations, but collectively they make up the BTS formation. One thing that's very peculiar about demons is that if they break, they immediately disappear. They are destroyed. And that goes for these big ones as well. So that's another very special rule that they have. Yeah, there's a lot you can say about them, but I think we can take a little bit of it as we go along. Maybe you can comment your list design a bit.
My army build, yes. Yeah, yes. I mean, they have 50-50 of sort of demons, cultists, or you can take up to 50% cultists, right?
Yes.
So I opted for 4 formations here. 2 of them are going to be Grecian, and then I have 2 warp altars. These are quite expensive, but can be used as a one-time gate for the demons, so very powerful as well. They're slow, but so yeah. You could play the army for sure with one of these, and then you would get more cultists and demons, but yeah, they have access to air. I opted to go for as many demon formations as possible that I could just squeeze in, as long as with these 2 warp altars. So yeah, that's what I wanted to try out this time.
Exactly. So you have 2 garrisons, and then these guys have to start on the baseline.
Yep.
And like you might say, they're slow. They're very slow. They're 10 centimeters, these warp altars. So you have to make an effort to get into the battlefield with them.
And then, yeah, playing Khorne and Sench.
Yep.
So 1 exalted demon of each, and then I have 4 different formations, 5 actually, formations of demons. So 1 Lord of Change and 4 of these heralds, and they come with lesser demons as well. So I think I have about 30 lesser demons in the army. Yeah, should we have a brief look at the Iron Warriors?
Yeah, sure. So here are the Iron Warriors, and what I wanted to try with this list was I want to try out their Ordinatus, their special Ordinatus, see if it's how good it is. And then I couldn't resist taking 6 Chaos Land Raiders in 1 formation, because that's pretty cool. It's fairly expensive, but yeah, mostly it's pretty cool. And then you have some Mauler Fiends. These guys garrison and have 15 centimeter infiltrators. So it can be quite nasty. Then we have some Tyrant Siege Terminators. And this, I think this could be quite handy against demons, since I have 4 in strat rating versus demons who have 0. They're only list so far who has 0 in strat. Unless they only play 1 power, they can play up to 1 or 2 powers, but if they play 1, they get +1 in strat rating. because of the reduced flexibility in the list. Then we have some Havocs who are sitting in a Chaos Spartan assault tank, which is a heavy armored vehicle. Some Destroyers, these are shooty jump pack guys with good armor saves. One Storm Sword with a Dreadnought that's tagging along on the side. Here's my BTS with a Demon Prince, some Obliterators, and last but not least, some Chaos Basilisks. And some Chosen, and they're sitting in Siege Rhinos, which are Rhinos with Dozer Blades. So they have Walker and one Vindicator. So yeah, that's the Iron Warriors. All right, so we're gonna do the first round, and we start off with some garrisons.
Yep, here we go. I put
Here we go.
my cultists on the right-hand side, defending my objectives.
Yeah, we got some nice cover there for them. And I put my garrisons here in front of my blitz because I knew there will very, very likely come a Exalted Demon somewhere around here because of the special rules for them entering the battlefield.
Yeah, in the first turn they are allowed to teleport within 60 centimeters of their blitz objective, so that's somewhere around
here.
Yeah. Yes, and then standard setup. I have my 2 warp altars, so I put one on the road on the left side and one on the right side.
Yeah.
And you have some more stuff to deploy.
Exactly. I left my siege terminators in reserves so they can teleport later, and of course all the demons, they are in reserves. They have to come into the battlefield from a portal.
Yep.
And the Exalted Demons have been pre-plotted on some locations, but they will come in the turn that Magnus chooses, but he doesn't have to do it at the start of the turn.
Yeah, basically self-planetfall, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I put some ranged formations here around my blitz, and then quite a lot of armor here on the left.
Yes. So that's it.
Yes.
Turn 1.
Turn 1.
And by some strange fortune, I get to start.
Yeah. Yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah, I would much rather have started turn 2, but yeah, here we go. So I start off by marching my warp altar on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Into a better position.
Exactly.
And what's next? Yes, you move up the Storm Sword, try to clean out some of my cultists.
Exactly. They ignore cover cannon, but it didn't roll that many 5s, so yeah.
No. Yeah, you had to do a double there as well, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I marshal them, summon some demons, horrors in this case, to strengthen the formation.
And I keep firing at these guys with my basilisks this time.
And again, I think you were quite unlucky. Yeah, killing 2 of them.
Previous games, when it's been a bit different, but this game, good armor saves and bad dice.
Bad to hit. Yeah.
Exactly.
So second warp altar up the road on a double.
Yep.
And place a blast marker on the Molar feats.
Yeah, and this is an interesting feature about demons, is that you want to save your exalted demon until when it's like most convenient to bring them in. But as long as you wait with them, you don't have a supreme commander. So things are a bit careful on the demon side right now.
Yes. Oh yeah, you're stalling. So
exactly.
DPS back on Overwatch here.
Exactly.
Trying to force me to do something.
Yep.
I try to marshal my second cultist formation, but fail and hold. Yep. Summon demons, remove blast markers.
Exactly.
And then again,
I bomb these guys again. This time with Ordinatus, which shoots disrupt 6 BP, 120 centimeters indirect. So
Yeah, so I should have spread out the demons better so you can't hit both formations, but
yep,
yeah, I
I
didn't
could.
do that.
Yep,
But you were unlucky
but
again,
yeah, I didn't do much.
killing a single cultist.
Not
Yeah,
very impressive.
too bad.
Yeah.
And here goes the first demon unit.
Yes,
So
out
these
of the portal.
are Heralds of Sench coming out of the Warp Altar, summoning a lot of demons. So 6 horrors.
Yep.
And they move up into a support position on the Chosen here.
Yeah. So the writing is on the wall here.
Yes. So retain and summon my Exalted Lord of Change.
The first Lord of
This is
Change.
the
Yeah.
pre-plotted position where he comes from, and then he doesn't
Exactly.
engage on the scouts.
Yeah.
Receiving quite a lot of Overwatch here.
Exactly. Shooting both these formations at them, making a grand total of 1 damage, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And then
So
the
not
engage
that much.
goes to the demons.
Yes. And they are
Wipe
wiped out.
out the formation, but I get another damage here in the process.
You do.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
Yes.
And I do a counter engage here, trying because I have my BTS in support, so I figured I
At
got a
least
pretty
some of
good
it.
shot. Yeah.
Yeah, and this could have wiped him out, but I was a bit lucky here. I
Yep.
won that combat, but receiving
did.
my third
Yeah.
damage. Yeah, the Exalted demons have 1 DC more than the standard Great Demon.
Exactly.
So
So they're still on the road. Still on the road.
Yeah. All right. Then here comes some Corn Juggernauts, Blood Crushers. These
Exactly.
guys marched from the Chaos Gate on my Blitz objective. Just trying to put some threat on the Iron Warriors around them.
Yep. Very successfully, I might add. So I do an advance here with the Havocs and shoot up some more cultists that are in the open.
Yep.
And yeah, that goes well.
Yes, and you take this objective.
That's true. I take the objective.
And then, yes, my Lord of Change fails.
Exactly. Yeah, you were planning to come out of this warp altar, I think.
He was.
To engage here.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe even the Storm Sword. I don't remember.
I think
Anyway,
it was these guys, but anyway,
might have been.
they have to hold, and
They have to hold, and they choose to stay in the portal here this time.
exactly.
They could have moved out of some gate somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyways, not this turn.
Nope. So I move up these destroyers, shooting up some cute cultists.
Yep. And then I move out more of these juggernauts.
Yep.
March them into the woods to,
yes,
again, put threat on stuff.
Yeah. So I do an attempt here with the Q's Land Raiders to try and get rid of the Exalted Lord of Change here. And yeah, so they had to double.
Yeah. And yeah, they don't do much kill
No.
single screamer.
It's like they're like no, they're quite a few blast markers away from dying, but yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, they're fairly close to breaking.
Yes.
But I think that's it for turn 1, right? Let's see. Yeah, next action here is a marshal or a rally.
Rally. We're in the rally phase. Yes.
All right. So my Exalted Lord of Change rallies.
Yep.
So does your BTS.
They do.
And my Chaos Cultists.
Yep.
And your Storm Sword.
They do.
And more Chaos Cultists.
Yeah.
Basically everything rallies,
Yeah.
except for your Mauler.
Except these guys. But I put them, since they're fearless, I put them in front of the my BTS in case something comes here.
Something might come that way, yeah.
Something might come that way.
All right, and then some cleanup here.
Yeah.
And removing some demons.
Yeah.
Okay, so turn 2.
Yep.
And the Siege Terminators teleport.
They do. Figure how good shot here at putting some crossfires and stuff. This is obviously the main arena where things will happen. So.
Yep, and this time you get to start.
I do. And we start out with a sustained fire on that formation, getting rid of them finally.
Yeah. And retaining.
Yes, with the Ordinatus sustaining on these 2 demon formations.
Again, the templates didn't really do that much this game. There were a lot of misses and good saves from the demons.
Yeah.
But both formations here are now really close to breaking, meaning they will disappear from the fields.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so I start off by bringing in my Bloodthirster. We could have recorded this in more steps, but I think he was plotted somewhere around this area, and then just engage the Chaos Land Raiders.
Exactly. So
and
it's a tough engage for the Land Raiders.
It is, but actually one of them survives.
They do.
Runaway broken.
Yeah.
And then I retain with these Juggernauts and engage the Havoc and wipe them out.
They were indeed very wiped out.
Yep.
And so here, I engage here with both these formations, or rather, no, I engaged the Juggernauts.
Yes.
And then the Horrors, they got 1 blast marker for being support, and that was enough to break them. So both these formations disappeared.
Yeah, wiped out.
Exactly. And here I sustain with the Storm Sword. It's probably a mistake in retrospect. I should probably have doubled it up here somewhere. Because being here doesn't really do many favors.
Doesn't contest a lot, no.
Yeah.
And again, okay, finally you managed to break this guy.
That's something that should happen.
Yeah, big difference on a sustain and a double.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and then I move these guys up.
Yeah, so this is
double.
2 actions in 1, I think.
Yeah, it
so
looks
first
like
a double here.
Double here, put the blast marker, and then retaining with the Heralds of Sench and engage. So this is my retain, engaging the destroyers and wiping them out.
Exactly. It would be useful having a Storm Sword over there, but I do not have that.
No. Yeah, and here goes the Chaos Basilisks, I guess.
Yep. They fire for effect on your Exalt Bloodthirster, which might seem like an odd choice, but the thing is that the crit on the Greater Demons is quite nasty, so they die if you have a crit. So it can be useful to sometimes gamble. If you can get that 6, if you can get the crit on them, then the entire formation is gone.
Yep. Yeah, and that would be BTS, right? Since my second Exalted is already dead.
Exactly.
All right. Here again, 2 actions in 1.
Yep.
However, that happened because this guy.
Yeah, that's so weird.
It's weird.
Yeah.
The Chaos Altar, and then the Lord of Change engages out of it on the Siege Terminators and win this big time.
Yep.
this was probably a mistake. I shouldn't have been able to do that retain.
No, but it wasn't a retain because I'm out of actions.
You're out of actions. That's why.
That's the thing.
All
That's the
right.
way. That's why.
Cool. So at this point, I'm capturing both of my taken hold objectives.
Yep. Looking grim for the Iron Warriors.
Yeah, and I
Don't
have taken
anything
hold
on
objectives as
this.
well.
Yeah,
And you're not on
exactly.
my part of the
Side of
table.
table and all that. So yeah, that's
So
3 points.
3 points
in one
for
turn.
me in turn 2.
Yeah. So
And
the writing is on the wall for the Iron Warriors at this point.
yeah, looking a bit grim.
Yep.
Rallies, I guess.
Yes.
Mauler
These
Fiends
fail.
fail, and again, shield your BTS. The Mauler Fiends
Yep.
were man of the match here, being broken.
Yeah, in that way. It's good to have them do stuff as well. But if they can't do stuff, they can be in the way.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
and there were a few rallies here at the same
This
time.
Land Raider fails.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's reset. So that's turn 2. All right, so we're at the turn 3 of this game, and things are like we observed last time. That things are a bit grim for the Chaos Warriors. Or Iron Warriors. They are severely pushed back, and there's a lot of nasty formations staring down at them. So yeah, it's make or break time.
Yes. That was probably some cleanup. Let's see.
Yeah.
Here we go. No,
Here we
we're
go.
still cleaning up and removing demons.
Still turn 2, it
And
seems.
here we have
we go.
first action.
Yeah, and that was like everything at once. So what happened here was that I engaged with my BTS on this formation in a vain hope that I would be able to contest at least this objective. And but that didn't really work out. So in the end, only these guys were left, which is not ideal. One of them is fearless and has a really good armor shape, but yeah, not ideal.
No, I agree.
And then we sustain here on these formations.
Mm-hmm.
I had some hope that I would be able to clear some room for my Stormtward to push forward here.
Yeah, put a lot of blast markers, but not enough to break them.
No, that's a pattern.
Yes. All right. So the Bloodthirster kills the artillery before they can fire again on something.
Yep.
And then
here's 2 things in one again.
Exactly.
A hold here with the heralds.
Yeah, my heralds hold, and you engage them, right?
But they summoned a lot of demons, and then I engaged them.
Oh yeah, so these are the demons, the heralds demons.
Exactly. You wanted to block me from contesting this objective.
Exactly.
And I engaged them, but I took a lot of beating on the way, so I'm not looking too good.
Yeah. And that's all of your activations, right?
Yeah, I'm out of activations.
Yes. And you didn't manage to contest this
capture. Well, I did. I did. I actually did. I mean, within 15.
Maybe let's.
But you have 2
I
formations.
have some activations left to clear you
so it doesn't really matter.
So here are a couple of things again. Then.
Yep.
Start by sustaining fire with the Lord of Change and wiping out
the BTS. Yes.
Together,
so that's 2 points more for.
Just shot you.
Yeah, exactly. First the Warpolter shot and then Lord of Change shot, I think. 2 more points for the demons because the BTS is worth 2 points one time when you wipe them out.
And that's it. Yeah, we have some actions left on the right-hand side. These guys
pushing
sustain
me away
fire.
Here. Yes.
These guys advance and break you. I think you were like 1 blast marker away from breaking.
Exactly. You just needed to put 2 blast markers on me and then it would break. So
so it was
all about the
hard.
activations.
Yes. And that's it, I think.
Yeah. And
I have some blood crushers left, but they can't really do much. at this
No,
point.
but you don't need more anyway, because you got 8 points. You maxed
You're
out.
right. I,
Even if you
I
got to beat the, if you even if you got the blitz, you wouldn't win more.
No, you're right. This is a 32-0 win for the Demons.
Exactly. Yeah, we've been discussing whether or not this scenario is it's harder to get these wipeout wins, but I'm not so sure. We
Uh,
tend to quit our games because before before we get that far.
yeah, this time
Uh,
the dice were with the Demons, and
yes,
yeah.
so well played as well. Uh,
Okay, so that's it for this game. Um,
yep,
Full victory for the Demons this time. I think, yeah, I was fairly successful with my engages. I was really lucky with the cultists on my right flank. They survived a lot of bombardment,
yeah.
and
This a list I had was not lacking in BP, but it
no,
failed to really do much with it.
yeah, and yeah, the strategy of like marching the blood crushers into positions where they could threaten things worked out really well as well.
Yeah,
And I managed to hold two demon formations in reserves for round 2, which was really nice. So I could use the warp altars to full effect.
true.
Uh,
Yeah,
Sometimes that
yeah.
can be tricky depending on what you kind of opposition you have and how many
Mm,
activations they have and so on.
yeah.
But I think that was the keys to my victory this time.
Could have been, yeah. And yeah, Iron Warriors, it's can be a bit of a struggle to play because they're like Space Marines without Space Marines, and they don't have demons on their own, so things can sometimes be a little bit can be a tricky list to play in that way. And also, I didn't really have the dice with me this time, I think.
Yeah. They have
But
some really nice shooty tools that they can use,
they
but
do,
yeah,
they do.
you have to
But
watch
I think
out for break.
the main problem, the main mistake I did was I had put too much stuff on this side of the table and not enough stuff here. So these land raids, for example, would have been really nice to have on the opposite side of the table. I
Yeah,
think
you
it would
had
have
to
been
spend a lot of time moving stuff from your left to
exactly
your right. Yeah.
yes,
All right, but
yeah,
yeah, we're planning to release this demon army
yeah,
shortly,
exactly.
along with a few other armies.
Yeah, precisely.
The
Yeah,
Baron.
we have the Barons. I think they're already released. To be honest, but we haven't really written much about it, perhaps.
Yeah,
Um,
and we also
but
have
yeah, the
a
Barons.
Dark Eldar army coming up.
Yeah, yeah, and a few others. It turns out there are a lot of lists in Warhammer 40k, so
Yeah,
we will
we
have work for quite a while
yeah,
still.
and we like to do the lists. So,
Yes, it's fun.
all right, but thanks for watching,
All
and
right, bye bye.
hopefully we will have a new report for you quite soon. Thank you.